Hello everyone, you are on the Player Review channel. In this episode, we will thoroughly test FERLAN Mendy to determine which role suits him best and where he should be used. Additionally, we will compare him to a variety of other fullbacks. Let's get started. FERLAN has a unique body type. Standing at 180 centimeters tall, he has a controlled acceleration type and 4+5 stars for skill moves and weak foot. For the chemistry style, we recommend Anchor as the most optimal option. In terms of playstyles, we note whipped pass, slide tackle, golden block, rapid, first touch, relentless, and quick step plus. We see double pluses for every role except attacking wingback. The key advantage of this card is the golden quick step, which allows Mendy to accelerate faster without the ball, making him quicker at closing down opponents. However, this is more relevant for short distances. When it comes to chasing down an opponent, the lack of a lengthy acceleration type becomes noticeable, unlike someone like Theo Hernandez. At the same time, we can observe these long strides similar to lengthy players. This doesn't impact acceleration, but rather indicates that he has a strong physical model. That's why it's a shame he doesn't have lengthy acceleration. That being said, he is excellent over short distances precisely because of quick step. The key benefit of this playstyle is that it forgives mistakes more often, allowing him to overshoot a challenge and then recover quickly to reclaim possession. Now, let's see how fast Mendy can track back to his left back position. As we can see, his recovery speed is excellent, even without lengthy acceleration. A common question: how much does the lack of defensive playstyles impact him? The answer is quite a bit, especially when it comes to interceptions. Of course, Mendy will make interceptions in simple situations, but you will still experience more frequent deflections and rebounds. Here's a prime example. Mendy completely ignored a ball passing right next to him. However, he still recovered thanks to his golden quick step. Year after year, Mendy is known for having a solid body type that regularly knocks over smaller players, particularly those with lean physiques. This year is no exception. You don't even need to press the tackle button when playing with him. Just run into the opponent with the ball. In most cases, he will win possession purely due to his physical model. So, in this regard, the lack of anticipate and bruiser playstyles isn't as critical as it is for interceptions. However, his lack of defensive playstyles is still noticeable. Yes, Mendy has golden blocks, but how useful is that for a fullback? It's a rhetorical question since most blocks happen with center backs. At this point, it's worth stating the obvious. Mendy is primarily an attacking fullback, or at least an inverted fullback. If you don't plan on using him in attack, then he's not worth it. His main strengths lie in his offensive capabilities. Not just his speed on the ball, but also his whipped passes, especially considering it's his only passing playstyle. That said, this doesn't mean Mendy is bad at passing. Let's not forget he has a 5-star weak foot and solid passing stats. His distribution is more than adequate for an wingback or an false back. His speed-based playstyles, particularly golden quickstep, enable an effective speed boost, which is then complemented by rapid. Additionally, his body type makes him difficult to stop once he reaches full speed. That said, it makes the most sense to use this feature in attack, bursting into the penalty box and then delivering a cutback to your striker. Even if you don't use speed boost, don't worry. Mendy can still carry the ball forward effortlessly over longer distances. And once you reach the box from the wing, you take a Trivela shot with perfect timing. His 70 long shots aren't an issue for a well-scripted Trivela. So, you can definitely use Mendy as a false back, considering his left foot and how reliably he scores when hitting green time shots. Alternatively, he works as a traditional wingback, regularly getting forward. In these situations, his physicality and solid finishing come in handy. Just take a look at this 55 rated volley. His left stick dribbling feels quite smooth despite his size. Of course, he's not hyper agile, but as you can see, he controls the ball well, especially when using short L1 dribbling. As you know, in EAFC 25, the rewards for the weekend league are awesome, which means that the game has become much harder to play. Our boosters will help you to get the best rewards. Write in, because the number of spots is limited. And don't forget that we also sell coins at a cheap price. All links in the description. Moving on to conclusions. Mendy is best suited for players who use their wingbacks in attack or, at the very least, push their left back higher up the pitch. Yes, he lacks double pluses for the attacking wingback role, but that makes sense since hardly anyone sets up their wingbacks that aggressively. If you want pure defensive reliability from your left back, then Mendy is not the right choice. Just buy rare Theo Hernandez. Even the base version of Theo is superior to Mendy defensively. First, Theo has partial lengthy acceleration and an even stronger body type. Second, he has better defensive playstyles including Golden Bruiser and Silver Anticipate. And that's not even mentioning the evolution upgrades available for his base card. Similarly, if you have upgraded Rare Mendy through one or more evolutions, this SBC likely won't interest you, unless you specifically want a more attacking version. As always, Electronic Arts intentionally nerfs meta cards released via SBCs, ensuring they aren't too overpowered while still setting a relatively high price. That said, if you do decide to complete Mendy's SBC, you'll at least get a solid left back, even without defensive playstyles. But again, this Mendy is best for formations where the left back plays an attacking role, either overlapping or tucking inside to support build-up play. If you completed Cancelo's SBC, we wouldn't replace him. However, if you play with two wingbacks, you could shift Cancelo to the right and use Mendy on the left. Di Marco, on the other hand, can easily be swapped for Mendy, especially if you don't rely on the Italian for through balls and long passes. Roberto Carlos is statistically and playstyle-wise superior, but he has a much smaller body type, which can sometimes make shoulder-to-shoulder challenges more difficult. However, if you're fully satisfied with him and consider him the best left back in the game, then Mendy obviously isn't for you. The same can be said for Grimaldo or Karchawi. We personally prefer powerhouses like Theo Hernandez, but if you rate them highly, then you likely don't need Theo either. One card we definitely wouldn't swap for Mendy is an evolved Diogo Dalot or Gianluca Zambrotta. Zambrotta in particular is massively underrated after multiple evolution upgrades, especially if he still has partial lengthy acceleration. Lastly, don't forget that this card provides a +2 boost to every chemistry link, which could be a deciding factor for some squads. If we didn't mention your preferred left back and you're curious how they compare to Mendy, leave a comment and we'll try to respond quickly. And don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on interesting and timely reviews. We rate Ferland Mendy 8.5 out of 10 for card quality. Detailed ratings will be available tomorrow on our Twitter. The SBC price rating is 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching till the end and see you in the next video.